Hello, hi. Welcome to Josh Thomas and Friends and You. Today we're going to do a little teaser episode. It's not a real episode again. I've got my little friend Tom Ward here. Hello, little friend.
Hello.
I thought it might be nice. Actually, I think people would like for us to check in and catch up after all these years and maybe reflect on, because me and you, we used to do a podcast that was called Josh Thomas and Friend, and it was disgusting, wasn't it? We were like 20 years old. At the beginning of it, I was straight. At one point, I came out via podcast. That's how I came out to the nation. We did terrible things. Once I went on a date with a girl and then got home and straight away we turned the mics on and recorded a play-by-play of the date, which I wouldn't say is I would say that's impolite. I would say that's not good behavior. That's stuff that someone would do when they were 20 because their amygdala isn't properly developed yet. They don't have enough of a frontal lobe cortex or something. On that date, Tom, I don't know if you remember, but that's the date where I do you wish I left some pause at some point for you to talk?
Comfortable?
On that date, at one point, it was like self-serve water, and I said to her, I said, "Would you like a glass of water?" And she said, "No," which I always think is weird, actually. Like, why would you always want a glass of water on the table. Why would you just sit there dry? That's odd, actually. That's a weird thing for her to do. And then I got up, and the cups were so tiny. And I was very thirsty, so I knew I was going to need more than one cup. So I wanted to get myself two cups. And then I thought, no, if I return to the table with two top cups, she's going to think that I've just got her a glass of water anyway. So then instead I brought back three cups so I could have two for me and one for her that she didn't want, just so that she didn't think that she had access to my second cup of water when she realized she'd made a huge mistake and was actually, of course, thirsty because now we're eating salty food. We recorded that straight after, put it to air. I think I kept dating her. And then that became one of the early scenes in Please Like Me. It was one of it was my first date with Jeffrey in Please Like Me.
Yeah. And you've just told the entire story again. So we're still. It's the same podcast.
That poor girl. She went on one date. What, 19 years ago, she thought, I've really settled. In this moment, I've really settled for a mediocre man, but luckily I'll be able to forget about it. I'll be able to move on. And I've never, ever stopped talking about it.
She's probably got a complex now. She's sitting there right now at dinner with like 5 glasses of water in front of her.
Do you remember anything else from that podcast?
It was very personal in a way that I don't think we'd be allowed to be this time around.
No, absolutely. It got too popular and we had to delete it because I got quite worried about all the defamation.
Mm,
And these days I think we still want to be personal, the same kind of personal tone, but we don't want to humiliate anybody, do we? We want to move forward with kindness and only humiliate ourselves and by ourselves I mostly I guess I
yeah.
mean hopefully you.
Mm-hmm. That's what everyone's hoping, I think.
Well, I guess it would be good, I guess, to catch up on our lives since Please Like Me. You've married the girl that was your girlfriend in the show,
Mm,
and you have two children together. I cast her as your girlfriend, but I never got a card of thanks for being the architect of your entire life. Another
mm,
girl on the cast got really upset when I cast you that girlfriend because she felt like it was
mm,
um, that girl was out of your league, and that she was
mm.
sick of mediocre men like you getting hot girlfriends on TV shows. She
Yeah,
quite sincerely
yeah,
protested, but you sure showed her, huh? You sure showed her. You got two babies now.
yeah. Yeah, I went to great lengths to show her I could, in fact, in real life, have dated one of the actors from the show. And here we are.
just because you are the way you are doesn't mean that you can't date someone that beautiful.
I have no idea what level of looks I am because that grinder photo, right? I knew it was not good when you posted it, but looking at it now, it was so much worse. And I'm astounded at how little I was aware of what I looked like, and now I don't really know.
I guess I thought you looked okay in that photo.
You in one of your stand-up what, really? I mean, that's sad. If that was a good that's not true. That is not true. I know what you think is cute. I've seen many pictures of things that you consider cute, from dogs to
I'm trying to be
boys, and
I'm
that
trying to be
is
more
nowhere
grown
near
up
any of them.
and more sweet. Trying to be more grown up and more sweet. Obviously, I mean, it's a joke photo, but also, to be fair, you are my type, actually. My type is like, well, I don't have a type. I don't want to say that because actually I'm into all different sorts of types of people, aren't I? But typically they're skinny and hairy.
Really?
Yeah. No, I just like boys that sort of smile a lot and have soft and think that I'm funny.
Sometimes they've been skinny and hairy.
Um, Otters. Yeah, that's what you are. But when we put the
Why?
photo of you on the internet back then, the term otter didn't exist. Otherwise, we would have tagged you otter, and I would have had a good time with referring to you as an otter on the podcast back then, because it's very, very funny to just say over and over again that you are and always will be an otter. Me and you have had to re-record this 3 times because of technical issues, and we wouldn't be forced to re-record this here now, um, if it wasn't for the fact that I did a big teaser saying that on the next episode, I would ask you if you've ever seen my dick. And I don't have that recorded, so we absolutely must record the answer because
Mhm.
that's what the people want. The context for this is that I was at a rave
Mhm.
and I told them that none of my friends had seen my dick. And
Mhm.
no one could believe that you, because we've been best friends since I was 12, could possibly have not seen my dick. But then I'm like, well, would he ever have seen my dick? It's not like me and you in the locker room. It's not like we're at footy practice. Anyway, so this is the question, and now we get the answer. Tom Ward, have you ever seen Josh Thomas's dick?
No, never. I tried really, really hard to never see your dick,
What do
and
you
I don't know.
mean?
What? It's none of my business. What have I? What's your dick got? What have I got to do with your dick?
You've got
I
absolutely nothing to do with my dick, but you don't have to try not to see it. It's away. When you're in the room, it's away. It's not like it's
I've been
chasing you
making
around the
sure
house.
I've been making sure for the last 25 years that I was never in the vicinity of a room where your dick might be exposed. There's a part of my brain that's reserved for just making sure that that's not a risk.
I couldn't remember if I'd ever seen your dick, and then you reminded me recently that your wife Emily showed it to me once.
Yeah,
I
she
imagine
was.
she just got bored on a long drive and wanted to feel alive, because
I
that's the
think,
way she is.
yeah,
And she showed
well,
me a picture of your dick.
the fact that you'd never seen it was unbearable to her as a as a as a concept that she could ruin. Like,
You've seen my boyfriend's dick because once we were in Mexico and you went to get us drinks. We were all on like a jetty over the water, and my boyfriend just took his pants off. And me and your wife, Emily, and him, we didn't tell you.
no, I came down and uh, you guys were all really quiet. And I remember thinking, "Gosh, this is nice. You guys are really listening to me for once." And
Well,
then
asking you so many questions.
you were laughing so much at everything I was saying, giggling. Everything I said was so funny, and I loved it. And actually felt really at peace. Like I felt like how it must feel to be like in a Christian youth group or something.
You thought, wow, this is so beautiful. Look at the four of us
I
hanging
really let
out. But actually, we just couldn't wait for you to notice that my boyfriend's dick was flopped on the wood of the jetty.
Yeah, you didn't hear a word I said at the time. You were just thinking about.
I feel like recording this podcast is quite a similar experience, actually. I don't think I've asked you questions and listened to this intensely since the last time we recorded Josh Thomas and Friend when we were 20.
It's probably quite a healthy thing for us to do this podcast more.
It really forces me to take you in and try and how are the kids doing? Actually, 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 don't want to know. We can go. Should we go? Do you think we did it? Uh, We're gonna do each week there's gonna be episodes where I do a little monologue and then I'm gonna talk to either you, Courtney, or Lally, or a mix of them. Or actually maybe then soon I'm gonna have my mum on. Um and I'm hoping one day that we'll be able to do live streaming and do like old school talkback radio. So like we talk about an issue and then for a few hours I'll be on the mic and people can call in. But so far we don't know how to use the computer well enough. So but do you think that sounds good? Oh, you don't?
Uh, no, it sounds great. I'm thinking about the technical aspects. I got
Oh, it's not
distracted.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But while you're in town, so you could look at the chords and press the buttons. One of my favorite things about you is when you're looking at chords and
uh,
pressing buttons. Goodbye, Tom. Good
Goodbye.
night.